everyone? Good morning. We've had quite a blast already. We had UK CPI, which came in lower than expected. So let's just have a little quick look at that. Don't need to rush anything. Where's my pen? Let's check the sound. Let's just have a little quick look at that. Don't need to. One now. One in lock. Yeah, what is this? What is this music? All right. Morning, Robbie. Morning, Hitman. Picked up that move that just happened. Nice one. Very good. So, the news came in. We had the CPI news for pound. So this is going to really dictate what's going to happen tomorrow and in future hikes as well. So it's not that inflation. This is important. That inflation didn't. It came down, but it didn't actually decrease. So what it did is it's still on month, it actually still rose by 0.1%. So they were expecting that to rise more. So it's not that that price has dropped. It's just that they didn't rise as quick this time. But because 12 months ago, they were rising up very fast, it is still it's a low number, but it's not a deflation number. It's a disinflation number. So that's very important to understand. That is disinflation, not deflation. That even though it's a low number, inflation is still going up, just not going up as fast as they thought it would, which is a relief because it came from food and it came from accommodation. That's where the decreases came in from. What's crazy, this is what I find so crazy, is that see the time that this news came out, and it came at exactly 7 o'clock. Then you go to like one of these websites that releases the news, and you'll see the time that they released this article at 7 o'clock. So literally in the same seconds, or in the less than the same minute that the news came out, they had already wrote this up. Morning, Glenn. So they've already wrote this and released it at 7 o'clock GMT to stay super up to date. And the news only came out at 7 to us. So you can see that I just wish I had that little bit of inside knowledge where I got the news when these guys got it, because then, man, you can position yourself so nicely. Anyway, can't complain about things you can't control yet. What are we expecting? So what I'm expecting is that because price, well, There was some decent opportunities on pound Aussie when that news came out, and it just shot down with no bottom wick. If this is a US CPI, not that I'm often trade pound with CPI, but if this was US CPI, what I'd be looking at is I'm in this daily zone. That's what this red zone is. Big, thick, daily area. That if it was US CPI, you'd look for a big correction and then to push price down again. Hey, Dave. Do you need the link? Or you in? Okay. So I'd expect that this would recover some of this at some stage. US CPI does a huge correction and then pushes down again. German 40, this is what we're looking for. This is what we're focused on. The next few days is going to be pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. So got to be very careful in the trades that we take. Yeah, CPI. CPI, not PPI. Okay. So these are my zones that I've got drawn. So a little recap for yesterday. Yesterday, indeed, if you were able to wait around long enough or you did set alert, remember that we set alerts at this point when we saw the resistance created in New York session. Price pushed down, came back up. Second little resistance candle, price pushed down, creating that resistance. Because this candle's in the Asian session, opted for the Asian high with this resistance candle that linked up with the London low as well. So there was an alert put across here for when price tapped into it. Unfortunately, yesterday we didn't have very good trading conditions. There was a nice buy opportunity that I missed, but it rose 50 pips up into this area, and then price just sat and went sideways for a very long time, longer than my session would last. Then we had a push up around 11:15 UK time into that zone, and that was indeed the high of the day. Price then dropped nearly 100 pips to the downside with a slight pullback once New York had opened, so they can get a better price point. Now, that was the trade yesterday. This zone, to me, is still valid. I think this is still valid, and based on the way that this moved, this was a buy to sell move. What it did on the 2-hour chart or 3-hour chart, what that did was represent its own little liquidity grab, where it's pushed up, broke the high of these candles, and then closed bearish. So this is a liquidity wick. So that's what this purple and green box is. It's just representing the wick of this 3-hour candle. I think that 3-hour candle is the same as the 4-hour candle. See? And I think it might even be the 2-hour candle. Yeah, so it's the same as the 2-hour candle, 3-hour candle, 4-hour candle. That's the same wick. Now, inside of this London session, where that wick started from after pulling the liquidity from this area, it opened with no bottom wick and then pushed straight down. So this is going to become a target now. So I really want to see price tap into this area to rebalance this little move down, because this move started with a no wick candle. So it's probably not, it's probably going to, well, I'm not going to say probably, it is going to be retested at some stage. So we just need to find enough bullish momentum before it can finally move up to that area. This is a lot of bullish momentum. This is news momentum though, so we need to be a little bit careful, because now we've created such a like vacuum in here that price can do these heavy corrections, because there's no real support in here. So if price does want to drop down, it can drop quite rapidly. So we need to wait for price to form a little support, then push up again. We do have some monthly levels across here. So they, you know, these are long lasting levels that are just always on the chart. And because they're on the monthly time frame, you'll notice price does gravitate to them quite a bit. Especially when you've got two so close to each other. What else do I have for news? No, levels. 5 minute candle. I've got the same thing here as well. This is the news candle. This is represented on every time frame. 5 minute, 15 minute. See, it's got no bottom wick. 30 minute, no bottom wick. 45 minute. Also, oh no, 45's got a bottom wick. 40 minutes, no wick. 35 minute, it's got a wick. 33 minute. I'm just kidding. But the normal time frames, the 15 minute, the 30 minute, the news started a no bottom wick, and we know the news is leaked early. So this is also going to become, price can often come back and retest the base of the news candle. I don't really think it changes much, because inflation is still going up. You know, it's not like it's deflation. So this could be an overreaction to that news. Now we've tapped into a nice liquidity pool. I do think that this is the range now that we're currently in. So this is a nice healthy 65 pip range that we can look to trade in. Just not going to trade anywhere inside of this area of it. I do want to trade the extremes. Or if we are finally going to be pushing, making a support, pushing back up on the second break of that level, then we can look to then push up to take out that no top wick that came from London session yesterday. Now, we don't want to take anything before London session anyway, because London's going to bring its own little manipulation. We don't really have any supports. Asian session's already been blasted. It's already been swept. We know that the high or the low is going to be taken, because Euro session is not going to create the high or the low. Well, let's say there's a 10% chance that Euro session will have the high or low of the day. So that means that we need to, one of these is going to be taken. So we can flip a coin if we want, or we can actually look and watch price action and see what that's going to do. Any thoughts, guys? What are you guys looking at? At the moment, this news is just kind of really just, it's moved so much that I just need to watch price action before I can form a clear trade entry point. In terms of how the rest of the week is looking, this tonight we've got FOMC, so that's going to rattle the markets again. Then we have tomorrow, this is where it gets bloody hard, because we've got at 8:30 we've got Swiss interest rates. They're going to affect Germany as well. Then we've got pound interest rates, so that's going to affect things. Then we've got unemployment claims. Then on Friday we've got yen, Japan interest rates. Then we've got big PMI day. Holy man, it's going to be freaking crazy. So there's only so much volume. There's only so much volume money that moves in these markets in the world. And a lot of the time, the markets, it's a transfer of funds across different assets. So it's not that Bank of Japan yen news, because it's German 40 and yen, what do they have in common? It's it's not that they're totally unrelated assets. It's just that when you've got investors and you've got people that are moving money around, they'll move money into where they think there's potential growth. And if they see that yen is doing something, and yen is, they're a major factor in the in this financial world. If there is fear or optimism that is in yen, you're going to see outflows from yen or inflows to yen. And if all the money's moving into one particular asset, you might see other assets not really moving that much. Or if it's an asset that they think if they think in that GER40 is looking bad, or the German economy is looking bad, and they see more growth available now with yen coming off their ultra easy money policy, you might see outflows of money from gold, from these assets that might not have much growth, going into something that has growth. So you might see moves across the board, because the money that pumps up one market is usually the same that is also invested in other markets. So it's you've got to be careful of all these big news events, because they will have an impact on anything. Everything's connected in one way. It's like a big web. Alrighty. You can see PPI on financial juice. Oh no, Ivan, I see what you're looking at. You saw. Where's German PPI? Oh, here. There's German PPI. It's not that though. It's pound CPI that moves the markets. Yeah. Just because actually what I just said then, and then how Europe and UK, they're the biggest trading partners with each other. So if whatever happens in pound in UK, if their Bank of England response is going to be to hold rates instead of hiking, or hiking but this is the last hike that they do, then what that's going to do is signal that the end of the hiking cycle is near. That's going to give a boost to business stocks. It's going to be a relief to homeowners, etc. And what that's going to impact the German market as well, because stocks indices, it's contagious. How one moves, how another one moves. So this CPI is going to affect the Bank of England policy decisions in the future, and that's going to have an impact on pound. It's going to have an impact on all the indices across the board, not just because it was German PPI that this moved. This was a pound CPI move. Will the FOMC news at 4 a.m. Aussie time affect today's New York session much? Hell yeah, Marion. Big time. So typically what happens is that you see micro moves in the New York session, because what they won't want to do is, like, unless news is leaked, what it will do is the moves will be compressed, because what they'll be waiting for really is what Powell's going to say at the press conference. And then if he just says the exact same lines, the exact same speech as he has the last few sessions, you might see the big move come tomorrow rather than today. But there won't be too much money from these guys, from these whales. They won't really be they'll be positioning themselves ready for a move, but they won't be a massive move ahead of the news, because that news can shake everything up. So typically the trading conditions on FOMC day are they're pretty poor generally. So when was the last one? Last one was July 26. So this is, yeah. So you can see like how normally in a New York session, you get like a fairly decent range. Obviously, like you get fairly decent range in the New York session, and then on FOMC day, you can see how like tight the little cycle is, and everything's just a little bit more compressed. And then once the news comes out, you get a lot of whipsaw, and then the better moves are generally the day after FOMC. So this was July 26th. What was the other one? June 14. Let's go June 14. Okay, this is June 14. See how like price, oh, this one wasn't too bad, but price, the real whipsaw came after the news, and then the day after you get much better moves. And you'll see this if you go back, and you'll see this is the pretty common scenario that price is pretty poor conditions ahead of the news, a lot of volatility at the news. The day after gives you the better positions. Okay, we've got 45 seconds here. Glenn, you want to say something?
No, I was just giving you a countdown.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go to all chart view. 30 minute, 15, 5, and 3. Okay, so because the news was, because inflation news, it doesn't really matter what I think, it matters what the market's thinking. So what the market thought was, that was welcome news for stocks, the inflation being lower than expected. But I'm mindful of this correction with the London session. But I want this, or this is going to be taken out at some stage in the next, let's say the next few hours. So which one is it going to be? Which one's going to be better for us? Because it's going to be, I'm expecting the conditions to not be very good. Kind of like yesterday. Yesterday was also not very good. Just get everything set up over here. Oh, what have I done? Stupid. So in all of that, I realised my terminal wasn't open. That'll help make a trade. All right. So is the correction done? And now we're pushing back up to retest the high. Yeah.
I bought off that support there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, little resistance created, Asian session.
Wouldn't want that to pull in a bit deep and buy or sell board.
What's that, mate? Talking to the side.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I've got that support. It's already
Oh, nice one.
managed.
20 pips.
Yeah, I've been in and out twice and been stopped out. I like that 700 level.
Yeah, it's been nice for a couple of weeks now.
On my screenshots, I've got that purple line sitting 701, and it's just been playing out for us in a while. It might not next month, but this month it has.
Mm-hmm. So the Euro session, or pre-London, was a pretty big one, 77 pips. Makes things a little awkward. So far we're reacting off of this no-wick candle. This one.
There's 61.8 retracement. Pivot point.
Okay. If we can break above this wick, we should be good for the upside. Hey Dan, how are you? Yeah, we would be careful not to become John Wick. It's pretty ominous music as well, isn't it?
He's John Wicky.
So now we're poking up into the next one, the next top wick. No wick candle. It's finally it's grabbing. Yeah. All right. So I don't like it, but a late entry, creating that bottom wick, pushing up, but I don't. Me personally, I don't like it. I don't like the range. But it's looking good on the 5. This candle here is looking good. I'd rather look for something from this no wick candle rather than trading. Oh, it's 15 pips. I mean, if you're in it, I'd hold it to this no wick candle. I'll be securing a little bit here just in case, because this is the euro high as well. You should be good for 15 pips if you'd entered on the break when this is pushing back up. You should be 15 pips in profit there. If you entered on the pullback where Eddie and Glenn got in, then you might be able to hold that for longer. But this 45-minute candle, no top wick, euro high, we could see a little bit of a bounce around, or a bit of volatility here. Yeah, see that rejection? See if it can break its own high again. Okay, see if we can reload and give it another shot to break this, keep on pushing higher. Let's give it a little reaction from that zone. Drop back around 14 pips.
It's not actually taken it out yet.
It hasn't? Yes, on mine it has.
Oh, my Pepperstone shows it hasn't.
On the broker?
On the TradingView.
Oh, no, if I get a microscope here, it hasn't, but to me that has. It's 0.1 away. To me that's close enough. Alright, so the 5 minute had no bottom wick as well before that little push up. It's come back to collect that bottom wick. So man, it's in like buying this. If you can take those micro ranges, then that's no problem. Buying from on the 3 minute, that was fine up to that area, but then I don't trust now what's gonna happen. I need to see what's gonna happen. I don't want to put any risk behind it. Because I mean, the way that US CPI reacts is that often you get a heavy retracement. So I'd actually rather just take sells. I was tempted to take a sell from there, but that's a cowboy entry. I don't want to take cowboy entry. Alright, so form the bottom wick to get that one. Now it's going to push up. Alright, can we break this high and then keep on pushing? Never forget where we are in the bigger picture. This is a heavy rejection area that we're getting into, this whole zone. This area price has rejected quite a few times. Just need to work out what this news means. How's London going to react to that news that came out earlier? Okay, first 15 minutes is coming to a close soon, and this is looking like it's just broken both sides of this little consolidation. So not consolidate, but you know, this little pullback. So you can really just wait for a candle to close outside, because this is looking like it's creating a range. And now once we get something that closes outside of it, you can trade in that direction. If this candle, this 15-minute candle closes like it is. So we've got less than a minute to wait for that. Or is it going to close quite strong? But if it stays like more or less where it is between these two black lines, then you've got a range established. While we're waiting, we've got 18 seconds, just enough time to give a like on the stream. Three, two, one. Looks like it closed above this body. Okay, so opened new 15-minute candles, no top wick. It's only very early. It's in its infancy. Just got born, this candle. Okay. Come on, man. So for where are we going to go? For the majority of this time, we've been stuck around this area. Oh yeah.
So, but I can only get 10 grey, 4 like blue, and then
retesting this candle, so be careful. At the moment, this is a liquidity candle. We've got a couple of little dojis here. If this could be pushing. If we can start, at the moment, this would be a anticipation entry. Longs. If this candle can close bullish, we could probably see this resistance break and then further upside. If we flip, I'm going to give it a little go here. It's kind of anticipation slash confirmation. If it can break its own high, then that'll be looking good. This candle now needs to close bullish. It's got 1 minute to close bullish. If it's closing bearish, it's no good. Keep going, come on. 30 seconds. Don't do us dirty like this. But we're hoping that the retest is done. That price has came down, pushed up, broke the high, trapped early buyers, come down, retested the liquidity candle from the first opening minutes of the London Open. And then if this one can close bullish, break this high, then we could see this high retested and potential further upside. 5, 4, 3. Come on, close bullish. 2, 1. All right, close bullish. So we've got a little liquidity candle followed by a second liquidity candle here. So if this is a true sell to buy, then this resistance should break, and we should see that upside. If it fails, we still want the 5 minute to close bullish as a bit of a stronger confirmation. So not out of the woods yet, but the 3 minutes are looking good for another push to the upside. It's fighting for its life here. Come on. Pretty tight range, that's the tricky part. Come on, break this. If it breaks this bit, we're looking good. Then we can do a wick fill on the 15 minute. Good. Up around 6 pips. Where's my little trade was put in? 14.9. As soon as I put this thing on, it starts to like do funny buggers. Let's look to at least get this. Beautiful push. Okay, you should be up at least 10 pips now if you got in around when I was calling it. Don't let it hurt your feelings. Let's extend the daily high, come on. I'm going to secure a little bit here, just so it can't hurt my feelings. Because this is a previous rejection area. 15 pips, took profit. Going to let it keep on pushing. If there's volatility still there, it should keep on pushing. But if it rejects again, I don't want it to break its own low. I don't want this candle to flip. So I've tightened my stop loss, close 50%, tighten the stop loss, leave the rest to run. So who took that? Anyone take that as well with me?
Yeah, mate. I think I might have already been in before you said it, but I'm not sure. But yes, I was in the trade.
Good one. How about you other guys? Did you guys see that? Did you see the 3 minute closing? Anticipating. I should have taken the anticipation entry. But I took like an anticipation / confirmation. Sarah, you got it? Beautiful.
Yeah, I took it, Hayden.
Nice,
Just a little
Danny.
one.
Good stuff.
Danny!
Hey!
Alan's on the prop, so he didn't. Gorinda got it. Nice one, mate. Awesome, Gary.
Watch it, buddy.
Let's go, boy. Come on. And we're done before 8:30. Beautiful. I'm glad we finally got a nice little setup based on the entry requirements. Because it's a heavy rejection zone. There we go. Nice. This is going to be this could be a problem. This where the price is right now. Just blast it, mate. Come on, you can do it, buddy.
Looks like it.
I keep calling. I call GER40 a girl, as in a female. So I'm like, come on, you can do it. Like she wants to do it. And Sarah's like, why does it have to be a girl? So jealous. I was like, well, it can't be a boy. She's like, an indice. Indice in Portuguese is a boy, is a male word.
It's Forex.
Wait a second, let me get confirmation here. Yeah, indices is a male word, but German, the word is a female word in Portuguese. Oh God, I'm getting all my facts wrong here. Stocks is a female word in Portuguese. Stocks is a female word. Indices is a male word. So.
What's it called about a stock indice?
Stock indice, yeah, that's a controversial one, isn't it?
It's very millennial.
Yeah. Come on, keep pushing. So this area is a little bit of a problem. Should be 20 pips in profit. I'm actually happy just to let the rest run. Monday was a good day. Yesterday was okay. It was just took such a long time to get it going. Today, because it's a bit of a tricky day, I want to let this one run because the potential for upside is massive. But the entry, it could come back down to the entry, and that's what I'm a bit funny about. But I've tightened the stop loss. I secured a bit more here, and this is no matter what happens, to give some perspective, I've got the rest running, which is doing the heavy lifting. If it comes back now and takes me out, I'm still going to be around 0.75% up from this trade alone. So I'm very happy with that for a daily gain. If this comes back and you've got such a good trade and it comes back and you maybe up 0.25% or something, then I'd say secure a bit more so that you can have a good win and not have to feel the pressure to trade again, but then still be part of this move if it is going to keep on pushing up. Like, leave a runner on this one. The potential is massive, but the potential for rejection is also massive because the way CPI does, they do heavy corrections.
42 levels really.
Yeah, we've got session highs here. Session highs, session lows, and session midpoints. This 40, between this 43 to 46 area. And I don't want to see a pullback, but I want to see clean moves, but the more probable outcome is to see a pullback. So if you took that trade, give a like on the stream. If you didn't take the trade, give a like on the stream. If you learned something, give a like on the stream. So this is approaching the rejection area from yesterday. So this is previous daily candle high. That's why it's like, don't let it retrace all the way on you if you haven't secured anything yet. Oh, this is we're approaching the 100 EMA on the 1 hour. Is that what you're saying? Do I have 100 or 200 on here? It's 200. 100. Oh, yeah. Yep, indeed. Approaching the 100. So that 100 is right here. So, not that I use EMAs, but so many people do use EMAs that because so many people use them and you get little orders clustered around them, then, you know, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't think they work if just one person looked at it. So many people look at it, and it makes it have an impact.
Easy
So
to
it's mindful
program
of
an
keeping-
algo to bounce off it, isn't it?
What was that?
Isn't it easier to program an algorithm to bounce off an EMA than
Yeah, way easier.
a Republican?
Way easier. Beauty. Well, I think it was that was a clean move, mate. We had volume in the market. It took the euro high. It bounced off of the no wick candle that we flagged earlier. It gave a support candle in a high volume session. It gave a couple dojis, which created that range to accumulate some contracts. It gave a perfect retest, closed bullish, and then from a liquidity candle followed by a retest, we broke support. We broke resistance. How much more can those Poise and Zoi's videos uploaded the last few days onto the Google Drive be more accurate? How much more accurate could these be?
It'd be worth a couple of subs.
Oh, surely it had to be worth a couple subs. You know what? It's I don't want to watch this come back down to me, to my entry, so I'm going to make a coffee and let it do it in its when I'm not here. So I think it's 8:30. I think that's good time for a coffee, and let the leave it in the hands of the trading gods for a few minutes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go.
Go to tea today, Hayden.
The tea? Nah, mate, no way.
Had a few coffees already.
I can't. I don't think I'm ever going to push over to tea, and I'm in like tea country right now.
That's why you're rejecting it.
Tetley's is literally massive in this region. Everyone's like, when we went away to the rugby, I was in a room with the Yorkshire boys, all the Yorkshire boys, and the one guy is from London, and he's like, where can I get a bag of tea? Oh, I'll go to the Yorkshire boys room. none of us drink tea. he's like, what's going on? He goes, you guys don't have tea? I'm like, why would we have tea? We've got coffee. He's like, I thought if anyone, it would be the Yorkshire guys that have tea. Yeah, tea's, I don't know, just doesn't give me the same kick as coffee does.
Have a look at the time of my last post, mate. I think I'm drinking too much coffee.
Yeah, mate. We had some weird noise going on outside last night, and I woke up and checked my phone. And I was like, and you were like, ready for CPI? I was like, man, I just literally woke up. Okay. Let me just put on the signal. My stop loss is protected by the coffee cup, but I'll be back in a few minutes. We're back. Okay. Sorry, Glenn. I realised you'd asked me to look at something. What did you want me to look at? Nice one, Eddie. Beautiful. 741. Yeah, so hit your take profit. Excellent, mate. That's really good to see. You may or may not be watching while driving. Yeah, gosh. There's been some times I'm like, I've got to pull over because my alerts went off, or I see the alert go off on the phone. I'm like, and I don't want my partner to know that I saw the alert, but I'm keen to like stop.
Where I'm not trading.
Catch it, Dan. Yeah, you go get the boys. Yeah, it was a good session. It was a nice early one today. Thank God, you know. I mean, to be honest, yesterday we had a chance to get in a really good move early on as well. If I'd got that buy from here, if it just wanted it to just break its own low again and then push up to break its own high, that would have been ideal. But then missed that move, but then had to sit through chop.
Very strong.
Oh yeah, look at that. Gave a little pullback rejection from this previous daily candle high. Push back. Started the move with no top wick. So that move starting with a top wick, unlikely to hold. Price is now going for more. Now we're at this level. So this level, the H4 doji high from New York from a few days ago. So let's have a look. H4, this candle. So if we can close above this candle, this is a clean candle now above this. We do have some other like previous zones, but based on the 4-hour perspective, we've got a clean candle. We'll probably get rejections from this New York high, previous New York high doji candle, because there will be some, you know, there's a plate of pancakes liquidity up here. If we can, depending on how much liquidity is being generated from this news, but if we can start pushing up into this area, then it's only a matter of time. Over the next day or two, this becomes a new target. So we've got a nice, beautiful, clean range trading from above 15,750 up to, let's just call it 15,800. So there's another 50 pip range above here. We just might need to reload, pick up more volume before we can get that sustained push. It might need to do a bit of a pullback. It might even close here for this 4-hour candle. Next one wicks down, and then we drive up. The next 4-hour candle could pull back something like this before driving up. And between the one 4-hour candle and the next 4-hour candle, we might be 3 hours inside of this area before then driving up again. So we're not sure. We've just got to watch the price action, but this is a heavy rejection area. And dojis are no joke, especially dojis created in the New York session. Hopefully we just get a clean push, just for like our sanity's sake. It'd be nice if we just get clean moves, but unlikely that to happen. can update the trade taken now. And it pushed the full 30. Pushed the full 30 from 15.715. 34. Yeah, we'll just call it 30. Now it's rejecting, yeah. Alright, let's check the scorecards around the grounds. Pound Aussie in the low 1.91s. Gold. Took Asian low, monthly level. Had like a bit of a 15 pip push. It's just such a tight range. I hate trading gold in London. How do you guys go with gold yesterday? Oh, see you, Dave.
I had 2 little sells in New York, but not for much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried to take some sells. I had an entry. I just had it as a pending order at 38.10. I was looking for an entry, a sell from here, and I was hoping the COMEX volume would push up and then we drive down. So just missed my entry. And then I watched it just sort of push. I did take it from the retrace after it pushed because I missed the prime entry. Price pushed down, came back up to my zone, and then wrote it down a little bit, but not too much. It was like a 30 pip trade. Oh, Danny, you took that. Oh, you got it from. Let me clear my drawings. You took it from here?
Yeah, I took a sell with that 30-minute close under, but then when that next one came down, I thought it was good, and then it wicked back up, like it went above, and I got scared, so I just got out, and then it dropped.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was a bit choppy for up and down, up and down, up and down. Like the 5 minute was crazy. This bit just... It would break its low, have a heavy reaction. Break its low, heavy reaction. Break its low, heavy reaction. And then this was NYSE. No, sorry. Oh yeah, this is where it got a bit weird. NYSE was this bit. Wicked up and then pushed down, broke its low, and I really thought it was just going to continue on then, and then it rose pretty quickly, took out the high again, and then did the big drop. Oh, here goes GER40. Stop my runners out now. Damn it. It's alright. My runner was minimal. So runner's gone. Runner died. What cowboys sold from this level? There would be some cowboys for sure. I would have loved to have sold from that area, but I can't sell until when I've got a buy going. That was a clean area to sell from. 4 hour doji high. Like if you want to take a cowboy trade and you've already moved up, basically 100 pips from the low to the high, 99 pips at 90, let's call it 99 pips, and you've got 4 hour New York candle doji highs. What can go wrong? You could lose 20 pips. What can go right? You can get like at least 1.5 risk reward. At least 1.5. Haydos sold from 745. I know Glenn did it by that laugh. He didn't even have to say he did. But Peter, congrats, mate. That's very good. Yeah, one day I'm going to start just buying and selling from all these zones. Just set pending orders. I hope you secured though as well. Secure for 30 pips. Secure some at least. Don't let it like... Because we are heavy bullish. You secure 25. Cool. Nice quick one for you. Over in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, I set my limit order again, right at the very top, right at the London high from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just touched on that bar that I think Danny got scared on, and then just dropped down and took the profit at the bottom of the bar, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.
I was sort of bearish the whole time, and you guys were going bullish. I'm thinking, oh shit, have I chosen the wrong way? And I just stuck to it, and yeah, got what I wanted.
Well,
so
that's the thing I love about GER40 is that most days it's got that double-sided volatility that, you know, it really doesn't matter your bias. Most of the time your bias doesn't matter. The bias matters for setting your ideas and not letting you go into the market unknown. So if you're unsure about what trade and you're trying to just hope something pops out at you, then I'd say you need to go back and study more to try set yourself a bias. But if you're trading GER40, it's a friendly pair that I could just flip a coin at the start of the day and say I'm either bullish or I'm bearish, and then just wait for price action. Wait for if I'm bearish on a day like today, set your zones that you like, and then just wait for price action or a zone to be hit, or wait for enough range, uninterrupted range to have been made before then just taking that bearish move. If you're bullish, then you just do the opposite. But GER40, on most days it should go at least 100 pips, and that doesn't mean it just goes 100. Very unlikely. I mean, we did have that period where it did, but it should go, you know, if it goes up 100 pips, it should correct 40, and 40 is enough to take a good trade.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, Hitman, how do you get the Zoom link and the Discord group? Discord is the links on the website, which is in the video bio. Check the details. There's a details how to get into the Discord. Discord's free. To get into the Zoom sessions, the study sessions, all the other content that we do on the weekends and stuff like that, then that's part of the premium service. Details are on the website as well. What a beautiful day. Gosh, so nice to get that. I was to be honest, I was a little bit stressed this morning, thinking yesterday's stream was a bit slow. Monday was good. Tuesday was slow. Wednesday, because I know that tomorrow probably, well, I'm never going to say I don't know, but I'm planning ahead, thinking that, look, I'm not going to, if I don't take a trade tomorrow, I'm not stressed no matter what. Just because of the amount of heavy news that we've got, it just sucks, like getting stopped out with news, knowing that you could just wait for the dust to settle and take an excellent trade the day later, you know. So I'm going into tomorrow with no pressure, because Monday was fantastic. Yesterday it was the London Open was not very good, but the rest of the day was okay. There was some moves. Today, we're done for the day, basically. If there's more moves that come, I'll take it, but I'll never lose more than my. I can't end this day negative now, because took a beautiful win then. If I take more trades, it's not going to be. I'm not risking. I'll risk some of those profits. I don't risk all of those profits. So no matter what, I end the day positive, and it's given me a good buffer now, heading into Thursday, Friday. That there's no need to trade. We don't need to take a trade every day. I know Tom, you're saying. Oh no, Tom's not here. But if Tom watches this later, he was saying how stressful it was yesterday, trading the side of that range. And we just, we normally get a trade every single day. But if we don't get a trade, not trading, protecting your account is as good as taking a win. Avoiding those losses, avoiding those bad losses is super important. If you could just take off the shitty trade, most people can take a good trade. Most people. Maybe when you're learning it's difficult, but once you've learned, most people can take an excellent trade. It's just all the shit trades you take outside of those.
Space.
Akshay, how are you, buddy? Got a classic move here, mate. We've got liquidity candle, doji, HCS setup, anticipation / confirmation. Didn't get the prime entries, but then you've also got your negation, close above it, and then see that upside to a higher time frame point of interest. Couldn't have got easier. Only thing I think which is a bit difficult for people that are learning is just the speed that this happened in. While you're trying to get used to these lower time frames, your decision making has to be pretty quick. I think that's the only real that was the difficult one here. yeah I know I used the word. Let's call it your high quality support zone. When you have high quality support, resistance should break. JP pairs moving. Maybe some news coming out about the decision tomorrow or Friday. So let's see how, that's pound. See how Euro Yen also had a move. Fire out, man. This is flying. AJ. I don't mind AJ. What was that, Glenn?
Euro yen, did you say?
Yeah, I think Sarah's saying all the yens are moving.
That's what
I can barely hear you, mate.
That's at the New York high from that humongous day. When was that? Friday must have been. Thursday. Euro yen.
Euro yen from that big day.
Left.
Yeah, back into this wick. Let's see what is going on. Alan could be setting up for a nice, yeah, I think so, with Pound Aussie. I'm gearing myself up for those buys. If the FOMC comes out, if Powell is quite hawkish, that's going to put a lot of pressure on China, and that's going to be negative for Aussie. The problem with what's happening here, the Bank of England, they don't care what's happening really. They'll just do what needs to happen. But if interest rates keep on going up, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure put on the government. There might be some heads falling. So I think the government's going to be doing everything it can to work with the Bank of England to make sure that the next hike is the last hike. I don't think many people will be able to. I think 6%, where they were talking about potential rates up to 6%, it's going to put a massive pressure on a lot of people. So I think there'll be a lot of uproar or unrest going on. So the Bank of England don't need to hike rates as long as the government can implement some policy that is also restrictive. So we may see this next hike be the last one. Because it doesn't matter what needs to be done. It just matters for these guys. They want to save their jobs, so they'll do what saves their jobs over what needs to be done.
Big German back on, mate.
Yeah, it's on here.
Yeah.
Can we extend the current highs? Or we're just gonna... We might consolidate for a little bit, but we're only an hour into the open. Feels like we've been here for ages. This is a new target now, because this move started with no top wick, that we could push back up and take that top wick again. Retesting this liquidity candle wick.
Good morning, Hayden.
Good morning, buddy.
Sorry about the. I was joined to my phone, so I don't wanna. You don't wanna hear any kind of noise on any kind of.
Yeah, all good, buddy. All good, mate.
Nice to start the day.
Oh man, that's a very nice start. Just so nice when you see it. Just gives you real confidence in price action when you see moves that are so repeatable.
Yeah.
How was your day yesterday?
Yeah, it was really good. 3 opportunity, 3 wins. 2 taken on stream, 1 taken on after stream.
Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, it was kind of whipsaw-y, wasn't it, like this? Every time it broke the low, had a strong pullback.
Yeah.
Like
if you go to the gold, so what we were looking at. Okay, so yesterday on hourly, if you look at here, we have imbalance candle here.
Yeah, that was your target.
So, yeah, I was looking to target that thing, and when session started, I saw we have here we have a doji candle, so liquidity.
Yeah.
So once price taken out that liquidity, we took the entry here.
Yeah.
And afterward, price was just wicks up, wick down, wicks up, wick down.
Yeah.
Eventually, price pushed to the downside.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my target. That was my target for the day. And I had a pen in order at 38.10, which was previous London, not this London high, but a London high over to the left. And I was hoping COMEX was going to push price up to take it and then drop. And it went to 37.6 or something like that. Missed my pen in order because I wasn't. I was at the computer, but I was back and forth a lot, so it missed the pending by 5 pips, and then just dropped.
So if you look at how the price was there when price tapped, we immediately got a attempted FE candle there on the lower time frame.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was a really good indication. I think last 2 days got those kind of entry. Once price tapping into liquidity area, immediately got a reaction, and then I took a somewhere here.
Yeah, I got in for the sells after NYSE in here on that one.
Yeah,
Might have been
also
that
tried
one
to take a
actually.
sell yesterday, but multiple time price came this like this. That's why he got stopped out.
Yeah, it was
Let's
a
see,
pretty.
Today is a FOMC.
Yeah, today's going to be shitty, I think, for New York. Really nice though, like zone of interest up the top, clear target because this move started with no bottom wick, and then just that's your destination. You're trying to enter anywhere in this area to push down.
If you go to the 45 minutes, it was even much more clear that where we wanna go. Okay, so if you look at here, this was a single candle manipulation.
Yeah.
Then afterward, the price just came back to taken out this side and retested this candle.
Your negation as well.
Yeah, negation also. So afterward, once price able to break that candle one more time after this liquidity grab, then it was clear that it wanna reach till here on 45 minute.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, so good. So good.
Are you going to trade in the at FOMC?
No, I've got a game, a rugby game.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. Shit, I should have just cancelled my game. I'm filling in. I'm helping out because I'm not meant to be playing this season. But the game's at 6:45. Damn it.
No, if you already got a winning trade in London session, you can just call it a day.
Yeah. I just like it, The FOMC is always good to watch. Are you going to watch it? It's late for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna. It's
gonna stream
around
it?
11:30 per month.
You going to stream it?
Yeah. I'm gonna stream if because today I don't think we're gonna move that much in NY session.
Yeah, NY's gonna be crap. All right, I finished my game at 7:30, so that's when the press conference is. So if you're still on, I'll listen to you on the way back from home, back to home.
Okay.
All right, so wait a minute, let's go to fives. I think we might just settle inside of this area now. I think if we do keep on pushing up, what I'm really liking, we're struggling here at the moment because we've got the 4-hour doji candle high from New York session a few days ago. We need to, once we're above that, we've got clean candle. So let's hope it doesn't do it today, because this could be for tomorrow. This could be a lovely 50 pip range. So it would be nice if we can settle and then maybe pull back. And then if you get like, even like on a Raja Bank style trade, candle closing above these wicks, man, that'll be a beautiful trade. So let's hope that doesn't do it today. Leave some crumbs for tomorrow. Leave us some easy ideas for tomorrow. But at the moment, I wouldn't want to be buying into this wick and then selling. You've got a lot of bullish pressure here.
So if you look at any 1 hour or 2 hours, you will see that the price left the imbalance candle, or you already draw that. So
yeah,
price probably wanna taken out that thing before we wanna continue pushing into the upside.
Yeah.
So either tomorrow we will come back one more time, because a lot of people gonna take a buy here right now.
Yeah, break up
And
buys.
usually you put their either they put their stop losses here or at the swing. So either or in this area, so they can just price can come back one more time here, taken out their stop losses, and then maybe we will continue pushing to the upside.
Yeah.
2 hours, 3 hours, both the candle we have a no bottom wick there. So hope for that. Then we get an excellent entry here, and we can ride all the way to the upside. And because that time price will not going to hold this level, price can simply going to break to the next level.
Yeah, that'd be just delicious, wouldn't it? Take out that low, retest this news candle, maybe New York session. Tomorrow we can look for these buys, hopefully get a primo entry if it gives us, but we've got so much news tomorrow, which is going to make it difficult. And
So
Friday.
FOMC, does the FOMC affect German 40?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe FOMC will push today, and then either it can again start pushing to the upside after news.
I wonder if I can set some pending orders here. I'm going to send an alert at least. Set an alert around this area. I'm going to set an alert at this area to be notified. Hopefully this one hit first. Yeah, because like we've got FOMC tonight, tomorrow morning Swiss interest rates, tomorrow lunchtime UK time is the Bank of England interest rates, then Friday we have Bank of Japan interest rates, and then we've got Euro and Pound and US PMI all day. So it's going to be a crappy, it might not be crap, but it's going to be a wild end to this week. So it's good to get some runs on the board Monday, Tuesday, and today, so that try not to have so much pressure to trade later in this week. If you guys have been following the streams, my stream, Akshay streams, you guys should be up for the week. Should be, or see the potential where you could have been up for the week, and then you can have days off. You can have days off trading.
Yeah, news day you don't want to risk that much. You just either you use percentage of profit. You don't want to risk that much on news day.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was going to say today. Today can't be a losing day now. Whatever happens today, I use a percentage of profit, not percentage of account. All right, guys. Well, I think that the conditions might not be that good now for at least another hour anyway. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to consider this a early finish. I'll have a little bit of time later on if you guys got any issues or things you want to check out, or maybe jump online and have like a little private session with some of you guys. Let me know. I will put a link in the. Let me know in the Discord. Okay, this is open for anyone in the Discord. we want to jump on and do like a little mini study session, let's put some topics up there and we can have a look. We've got use this time as well. I've got the two for my group, for my elite group. I've got the zones, the part 1, part 2 Zoys and Poys videos on Google Drive, 20-minute videos ish. Watch those again. The first one wasn't as good. I think I'm finding a better structure on how to do these videos in the second video. Everyone says to keep it short, which I agree. I can ramble a lot, but watch those. Set your zones, familiarize yourself with the price action setups as well, and then maybe we'll do a little mini study session before New York session today. Robbie, I see your thing. You can see where you're seeing it, just not taking it. Yeah, okay. But talk to me in the Discord, okay? I'm going to end this YouTube here, and then I've got to go deliver a couple of things. Oh, hey Gary, you just popped in, mate.
Hey brother, how are you?
Good, mate. We're just ending.
I know.
How are you? Good to see you.
I'm well, man. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you're very welcome, mate.
Market makers is here now,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I think price gonna move now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time. Let's make it happen. All right, folks. I'll catch you tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
Be well.
All right, Gary. Yeah, thanks, mate. Good. It was a good session. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something, which is the main thing. As long as we're always learning and improving, that's all we can do. That's your daily goal. 1% better every day. So thanks, YouTube. I'm going to end it here. If you want to join the Discord, join the service. Details are in the video bio. Happy to have you. Yeah, the choice is yours. So.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, give us a sub. Give us a sub. That's the easiest thing you can do. Sub and like. Hit that bell. Cool. All right, guys. See you, YouTube.